Welcome everybody to the South Park Phone Destroyer weekly update for week number 23 of year 2. Welcome in everybody. Cloud Chucker Pegs. I check when I last won. Put it in there, we'll figure it out if you win. Pegs a lot is here. Sing and Fly, welcome in. Cloud Chucker, Bacon Blitz, Patriarchy Smasher, welcome. Appreciate you guys being here early. How is everybody on this beautiful Monday? Full of protests and riots. There's actually possibly a riot that will happen in my town, and I had to drive my girlfriend to work so that her car wasn't outside the police station just in case. But I'm not too worried about it. I'm a small town. But it's very interesting at least. But let's get right into it. This week, I have kind of an exciting week for multiple reasons. Last week, well, I do got to show, we got Space Pilot Bradley coming out. Allied assassins are sped up, and when spawned, they stun nearby enemies for 1 second. Now, for a 3-cost ranger, straight up, that's good. His level 5 stats are pretty decent. Any level 3 ranger is pretty good, and then when you couple in the ability, I don't know what his attack range is. If it's the same as Mintberry Crunch, it's like in the 3 range, pretty short. I'd have to look that up. Patriarchy is continuing the gifted sub. Oh, thanks, Patriarchy. Who is it? It's me, Mr. Fantastic. Who's that? But really, the thing that'll define whether or not he'll be good is just simply how big that aura is. If it's like a Mintberry Crunch aura, you know, it'll really only be good at... It'll only really be good at saving himself, really, because you won't be able to do much else. If it's a small aura, you know, and if you just keep stacking, you're just inviting the Fireball, Satan, whatever, DSR, whatever it might be. It'll be interesting. I want to see what his model looks like. The card art looks really cool, so he's gonna be in like a little machine or something like that. It'll be pretty cool. 1 second stun on command, so pretty much 1 second stun every 2 energy. You'd probably run like, you know, 2-cost assassins for that. Gnomes, Paladin, Princess, maybe Astro, who knows. Hanky for sure. 1 second stun's pretty good. It'll kind of depend on how nearby it is. If it's only close enough to hit like the person that's about to hit them, it won't be that bad. Like, it won't be that scary. If it can AoE a few people, it's gonna be pretty scary. You know, if you can put a hanky down to a stun and he kills the only person that can maybe kill him, and then he just starts chipping away, and then shortly after that you put a Paladin out or something, stun him for another second, then you put Steward out. I mean, that can get pretty brutal. Alligator, thanks for the follow, appreciate you. But now I think we're back. Outcast, welcome. Riotville, yeah, no shit. I don't know why that happens. Just all of a sudden, just I'll drop to like 0 kilobytes a second, and now I stop it, start it again, and we're trucking along just fine at 3K. Who knows? Anyway, if you're on YouTube, you won't have any idea what just happened, so ignore that. Alligator, welcome in. Cloud Chucker, Outcast, appreciate you being here. F Meister, what's up? But yeah, he could be really good. It really just depends on how big his aura is. If we're talking like Swashbuckler Red aura here, that's gonna be pretty dangerous. If we're talking Rogue Token range, but I mean, one thing about him is that as soon as he's on the enemy side, he kind of becomes worthless. Well, depending on the aura, I mean, if if the aura is long enough to reach back to mid lane a little bit, might be all right. But yeah, I mean, once he gets on the other side, he's kind of, you know, you can't get ability, or you can't get bonuses from the aura. Now, something that would be interesting is if every time it says when spawned, right? So what if I use Sexy Nun Randy's ability and spawn that assassin? What happens? If I spawn the rats from Catapult Timmy, does that count? What's another thing? What's another assassin that you can spawn? Isn't there one more? Oh, the Gizmo. If you did Gizmo, would it count as spawning an assassin? Because if it could, that would be fucking broken. Imagine that. Every time you spawn a Gizmo, you get a 1 second stun and a little AoE around him. Dude, that would make Gizmo playable as fuck. Playable as fuck. Why is Kevin Stoley not in the game? I don't know. He'd be a great, like, Star Trek character, Bradley character, yeah. Yeah, I think Stoley would have been a good space pilot for sure. That kind of fits his character. But yeah, I think it would be... I don't think it should count unless it's like you putting energy down. But if it does count for, like, you know, spawning the catapult rats, spawning the Gizmo, or spawning the Sexy Nun Randy little homies, I mean, that card's gonna be strong. That card's gonna be strong. And the aura and stuff doesn't change per level, so you're just getting stats per level. So it'll probably be good at level 4, level 3 early on. So we'll have to see. I really can't make a good judgment on that card until we see the aura, the attack speed, the movement speed, that kind of thing. Because, you know, if he's too quick, it might not matter. But really he'll be meant to just be played on defense and then hope for the counter push, you know? Play Space Pilot, play an Assassin down, maybe play BHK out there too, and then throw War Boy out there after that defense, and then just see what happens. It'll also be interesting to see how fast the speed up is. If the speed up is like a full-on hyperspeed boost, like, fuck me, that's a lot. That's crazy. Like, the whole time it's in that. But, you know, you're gonna run into, it's really just like a tank defense. You're gonna run into your assassins running out of it and then getting past the aura and Bradley not being able to keep up. But with someone like Mysterion, who could come in multiple times through the speed boost if Bradley stays alive, there's a lot of potential there. So it'll be fun to play him this weekend at, you know, level 5, because we'll be it'll be a card event and we'll be able to boost him up. So we'll throw Warboy in there. What's the epic we throw in there? Fucking drone, maybe? I don't know. Epic, maybe we run Cyborg to see how that works with Space Pilot Bradley. But yeah, we'll have to just drop all the assassins in there and see how it works. But probably Adventure Sci-Fi would be the way to go. Or sorry, Sci-Fi Fantasy would be the way to go. I mean, Adventure Sci-Fi wouldn't be terrible. You could do Smuggler, and obviously not like up at my rank, but you know, if you're lower rank and the common assassins do just fine, then might be fun with those cards too. You know, we all know that Ike gets fucking nutty if he gets a stack up and an attack speed boost. So there'll be a lot of counterplay with this. It's kind of annoying because it doesn't really promote. Well, you know, maybe it will promote. It kind of, like I said, it depends on that aura. If the aura is big enough, it'll promote like really offensive plays, because you'll be able to push with the assassins while he's like, you know, mid-line and fighting somebody. But yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting. I'm pretty excited for this one. I haven't been excited to kind of see what a new card looks like in a while, because most of them, you know, once you see the, you know, when you see Sizzler does AoE damage in front of them and stuns, and it gets faster on hit, like you can kind of picture that in your head, right? It all makes sense on the card. It all makes sense. Bradley saying he boosts everybody's range, it makes sense. I don't really have to see that to understand the implication of that. But this, I need to know the aura, how fast the speed boost is. Is it like half of a Stewart? Is it a full Stewart? Is that 1 second stun gonna really be useful? What's the AoE? Do you have to be right next to him? All that shit. It'll be interesting. Imagine putting Super Craig out, or not Super Craig. Imagine putting Professor Chaos out. You put him out, it stuns him for a second, and then your thing hits and it stuns him for another couple fractions of a second. That'd be pretty sick. Chaos is definitely surviving that. But then it'll be interesting to see, is it quick? When you put him out, is it like instant? Is there a little delay? Could you like maybe fuck it up and play somebody and they die before the little animation or whatever goes off? Does it interrupt Bradley's attack animation if Bradley has to trigger the stun? Maybe when they play it, Bradley like shoots something or something. I don't know. We'll have to see. We will have to see. But last week, an exciting bracket. Nambla playing very well. This was an extremely close bracket this week. We had Illuminati with the perfect week. So 2 teams got perfect weeks in a row. They did set the new record at 56.98. I think ours was 56.97? I can't remember. 5? 6? I can't remember. But they said it with that. I mean, technically, Revolution still has the highest with that 56.99 since that guy fucked up and got the 113 and ruined the chance at that 5,700. But I mean, it is tough to put together 50 runs of a perfect 114. You're gonna run into somebody who fights tooth and nail for that bar. You know, you're gonna run into at least one game where maybe you have to win by only 1 bar kind of thing. What up, Cam? What up, Execute? Do I have any footage? I don't know. We were just talking about how I can't really make a judgment on it because I don't know how big the aura is. I don't know how fast the speed boost is. I don't know what his range is like, what his attack speed is like, what his movement speed is like. There's a whole bunch of things we need to figure out. What's the AoE on the stun around this? I don't know. Who knows? It'll be interesting. But yeah, so we had 1 disconnect this week. So without that, we would have finished potentially, most likely, if it was a perfect 114 after that, we would have been second by 3 points. And then, you know, obviously that person could have gotten 113, 112. So maybe it would have been either a 2-point victory or 1 point or even a tie. So it would have been definitely closer, but I mean, that's when it's close like this, and 1 point is the 1 point. Yeah, Pilot Bradley's the new card. We'll talk about him a little bit more as well. A little bit more later as well. It's cool to see all the teams get so close together, and then not only that, Nambla to be up there so close. You know, Nambla, I think that it's 0 losses, 2 losses, 3 losses, 4 losses. That's like the spread. And then Space Otters was below us with like 2,000 points or something. Poor guys. But it's sweet to see Nambla competing. That was kind of always our goal, was to get Free to Play and Nambla to both be completely competitive. And looking at this picture, I believe that, especially because we made some moves this week as well, I believe that Nambla is as competitive. Maybe not every week, depending on the card choices, obviously, but in most weeks, I feel like Nambla is completely competitive with these top 3 teams now, so that's awesome. Awesome to see. But the current standings, so another milestone, Illuminati gets the high score. Congrats to them. Dire Tide getting that 2nd place, which is good, keeping them from dropping below Casa, which we'll see the standings here. But another milestone, Free-to-Play Wales has crossed 10,000 crowns, and yes, it does fit. Some people were saying that it's gonna max out at 9,999, or it's gonna go back to 0 or something like that, and we'll be in Bronze League or something. Thunderbird, nice. But Illuminati down by, what is that? I can't do math, like 360 or something like that. So was 700, then was like 200 at one point. Then we went back up to 400, and now it's down to about 300. So, man, I was doing the sheet earlier, and I could not figure out how I couldn't get our caps to match, our crowns to match the total. At that point, we had 99.50, and I kept getting 99.75 or 99.25 no matter what I did. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, how many crowns do you get in third place? I was like, you have to get 0. That's the only thing that makes sense. You get 0 crowns, you just get your points. What is going on here? And then I finally figured out that the week that we tied, we actually split the crowns of the second place reward. So in my sheet we had second place and it gave us 50 crowns, but in reality we got second place and we got only 25 crowns. So I was off by 25, and I was just staring at this sheet, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like looking back at other weeks, and I was like, did I fuck up another week? Well, how am I missing 25 fucking crowns? What is going on? And then finally I figured that out. But yeah, that was funny. But Nambla is right below Six Samurais. They're like sitting 11, 12, 13, 14. Probably this last fourth might have dropped them a little lower. Casa Bonitas now back below Dire Tide. They must have gotten second this week too. I think that swapped a couple weeks ago. Mercenaries on their way up as well. Mercenaries not playing with that full 50 though, I don't think. So they haven't been in our bracket in quite some time, but I do see that 49 out of 50. Maybe they'll show up. Szechuan Sauce running 50 out of 50 right now too. I'm not sure how we don't catch them more often. If they are truly running 50 out of 50. Maybe they found a way to get away from us. TMI 33 out of 50. Their typical ways, and Chef's Elite 46 out of 50. Not bad. It's getting there, but it's still not going to put them against us, and there's probably not a whole lot of teams that can put up as much points as Chef's Elite on any given Sunday. Hey Rabid, what are you doing? What are you doing? How you doing? Cloud Chucker, a bird of thunder. I like it. Infamous War, what's up? What's up? So that's going to be exciting to see how this fleshes out in the next couple months. But we've seen in the last, I'd probably say the last 3 months, that top bracket right now is completely up for grabs. We haven't had like a consistent placement at all in the last 10 weeks or whatever. It's been Dire Tide first, Illum second, us third, Dire Tide first, us second, Illum third, Dire Tide first, or us first, Dire Tide second, whatever it was. Like we've been mixing it up, mix and matching. I don't think there's been 2 weeks in a row where it was the same. I think there was 2 weeks where it was us, Illuminati, Dire Tide in a row, and then there might have been 2 weeks when it was Illuminati, us, Dire Tide in a row. But yeah, I don't think it's been. I think all the times Dire Tide was first place, us and Illuminati were like flipping back and forth. Actually, there might have been a couple. There were definitely a couple Dire Tide first, Free to Play second, Illuminati thirds. There were definitely a couple of those for sure. And then a couple Illuminati, or this Illuminati first, us third, and then us first, Illuminati third was like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So it's been up and down, and Dire Tide and Casa Bonitas are going back and forth. So Dire Tide really has to show up in their brackets, or else they get fucked up, you know. So it's pretty cool. And we'll see if we see Nambla going up. It might be kind of tough, but if they can catch a third place every once in a while, maybe they'll be able to catch up. But when Six Samurais, Casa, all those other teams are running 46, 47, it's going to be hard to catch up. But I mean, I think Casa did get second this week, or maybe even third this week actually. So they're not performing super well. So it's possible they start dropping down. Maybe Six Samurais goes up. But the goal is to have Nambla in that top 10 picture, and then from there we get him into the top 5. So we'll see how that goes. It's best on decide when free to play doesn't get first. When free to play gets first, it's a shit show. Them talking shit. What are you talking about? I think that's backwards to me, because when free to play gets first, it's pretty silent everywhere, and then when free-to-play doesn't get first, everybody talks shit everywhere. That's what I've seen. But TMI, I mean, 33 out of 50, like, they're just gonna be able to coast for a long time at that number 4 spot. Now they might, I don't think they're gonna catch Chef's Elite, just because every week they're losing probably 15 points from points alone, right? Because every person can pretty much bring a point. So if you're missing 114, you're missing 20 runs of 114, that's every week you're losing maybe 25 points. And even if you're getting first place, Chef's gonna get first place too, and they're gonna gain on you by 10, 15, 20, 25 points every week. What's up, Jedi? Psych, how you doing, buddy? But yeah, it'll be maybe what I would love to see is a platinum league, just for the bracketing, increased reward for the brackets in platinum league, and in order to be bracketed in the platinum league, you need to be running 50 out of 50, or I mean, maybe they give us 49 out of 50. I could see that, just so there's a couple more teams eligible, like mercenaries currently. But 50 out of 50 would obviously be the goal, and if you well, yeah, you couldn't do it where you would want to match make them. You would have to do it only the brackets, because if you like to make it meaningful, you'd have to do it like 2 brackets. That's it. Top 10 every week. Top 10 get matched up. Or you could do top 15, top 20, top 25, something like that. But even if you did top 25, that's still not that many games to get matched up in 2 days over 2-3 different servers. Is it just 2 servers now? Let's say it's 2 servers to get matched up over a 48 hour period. Well, longer than 48 hours, right? Because you have, I actually don't know how, is it 48 hours total, or is it longer than that? Anyway, however long it is over the weekend, and to get matched up with someone, I just feel like you wouldn't get enough. At the end of the day, you'd have people who couldn't get games because there would be no one to play against. Especially somebody, I play 3 games. I beat one person for 2 games, or one person has 2 losses, one person has 1 loss. They still have potentially, 7 games left to play, and there might be nobody left to play. So I don't think you could do it matchmaking, but you could do it for the brackets, but you'd have to make the rewards worth it. Like, first place reward, everybody gets a guaranteed legendary card. Or second place reward, everybody gets guaranteed X amount of epics or something, and more epics than in the other ones. Maybe it's a fuck ton of battle pass tokens. Maybe it's a bunch of cash in the platinum league, and that's how you get people to be up there. What's up, LaForce? But that's the only way I can think to make it meaningful, because then eventually people will start dropping out. And maybe you get like way more crowns too, so that people in platinum will be able to catch up to the people in not platinum. So let's say if you're platinum and you get 5th place, let's say maybe you don't lose crowns. Maybe you still gain crowns or something, and then first place gets a fuck ton of crowns or something. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you'd still, because I think there'd still be teams that wouldn't, even a guaranteed chance at a legend if you win or whatever, I don't think that would be incentive enough for them to take anything but first place. There's teams that are so used to getting first place that if they don't get first place, they probably have members that would leave and be like, oh, this team's getting bad. I mean, that's how every other game like this works. Like, the rewards at the top are just ridiculous compared to the rewards at the bottom. Like, that's the whole idea. Because it has to be, because it takes the same amount of cards to get from one level that it took to get to the level before it. So if you get to level 5, it takes that many cards to get to level 6. And then it takes that collective amount of cards to get to level 7. So it's exponential in the growth. So the rewards should be exponential in their growth as you grow in the game, right? It's not gonna put me necessarily that far ahead of you, because it's gonna take me a year to 2 years to get to that next level anyway. So maybe like when I get there, maybe I'll have that little advantage. But we all know how small that little upgrade is at those higher levels. I mean, look at Storyteller level 5 to 6. His ability goes up by 2 extra damage away from the AoE. That's it. That's nothing. That's not even meaningful. That's literally meaningless. And yeah, and coins are tough to get now because of the events are changed. And challenge mode, you can't grind it. And challenge mode was really where you got the coins. The adventure lock, it's impossible to get coins because there's literally nowhere to get coins. I get coins from PvP packs, and it's what, like 30 at a time. So when I've had to upgrade, I had to upgrade Terrence Mephisto for this last Team Wars, and I'm sitting on like 15k coins. I was like, fuck, I have to buy 25k coins with cash probably. Like that's like my only option now. So they've officially made it, you have to, if you really want to have an adventure lock that excels, you gotta put money into it, you know? Because you're gonna go so slow if you're only getting Team Wars packs and the free PvP packs. If you're not busting out PvP packs constantly and stuff. Yeah, coins from Buttershop, exactly, that's it. But even that's like what, hardly 1,000 a day, like 1,500 a day or something like that. That's like, that's not even an upgrade towards the top of things. And once you get to like the point where it's 170 tickets for 150 coins, I don't think it's worth it. I feel like it's more important to get the epics with those tickets. But yeah, it's crazy. But let's look at last week's games. We got a bunch of them this week. Biddy-bidoo. Let's pull these up. You got Jesus? Nice. All right, let's start with the order I played them, why don't we? So we'll start with the adventure lock. It usually takes a couple of seconds to pull up. Rip La Bucket. Oh, we replaced them anyway. There we go. Amori 26. Silver League is just empty. It is just absolutely empty. There's nothing in. There's nobody in silver. Pridebow, what's up, buddy? There's nobody to even tempt to even damage me. But the Terrence was a pretty good card this week, actually. The AoE on him getting onto New Kid was actually pretty impactful a lot of the time. I felt like Tupperware was pretty bad when he wasn't leveled high enough. Disarray was good at any level. That lava really mucked shit up. But it was potential misplays because the tool shed was a playable card, so they could have tool shedded and gotten the lava out of there. So sometimes it works, but you know, with the lava there, we kind of protected. Imagine if the super fart killed the lava. That would be pretty cool. So we don't get the slow, or is he slowed? I can't tell. It doesn't look like he had. It looks like he is slowed. So see how he gets it though, the tool shed. But the Terrence isn't getting hit by New Kid, which is nice. And the kite, I actually should go down, especially if the Towley slows them down. Slow him down, Towley. Nice. All right, beautiful. Now if he uses that to try to stop it, all right, wasted kite and the hanky come in and a wasted hallelujah. That is a lot of energy on absolutely nothing on his part. And hanky comes through and 2 shots, takes the choir boy down, immediately followed by the Medusa, or by the Mysterion. Incredible. What a good time. Beat Bean McQueen. Nice, dude. His levels are starting to not matter as much anymore. Got my ult when I quit. Oh. Go, go, go. Nice. Easy pickings, just like Friedbo said. I did beat Friedbo on the adventure log. He got 113, I got 114. Eat it! Eat it, Friedbo! There was only a few people that got 114 this week. It was a kind of tough week, actually. Friedbo did run quite a bit earlier than I did, though, so his matches were probably a little bit more difficult. I love when you can tell I'm just like super indecisive. It's like, I don't know what fucking card to play. My mouse is going back and forth like, what the fuck do I do here? Poseidon with that slow. In my opinion, Poseidon will never be good as long as his animation takes that long. As long as his animation takes that long, he will never be good in my book, because it would just be impossible to play it during a battle without just getting murked right after, and the slow isn't that impactful when the alternative is to put Witch Garrison out there for 4 energy and get 40,000 times the utility. Now look at this fucking Friar. Did you guys see this Friar? I don't know if you guys were noticing this. Watch this. Let's start over, and I want you guys to watch the Ballad of Friar here. What up, Scaly Wi-Fi? Don't sleep on this Friar play. I called on the heart of the cards for this one. So we play him, and Mysterion gets a hit on New Kid. Oh no, I thought she got a hit on New Kid. But anyway, Friar is stuck next to the New Kid, but his AoE is still working. I don't know how this happened. I couldn't have wished it on anybody. I wasted Poseidon's ability. This is why I thought Tupperware wasn't great, because you couldn't play Kite behind him, you know? Take out that Professor Timmy. You couldn't play Kite behind him, and Kite's shield was pretty useful. But yeah, so this Mysterion's probably gonna hit me, and then I'm just gonna heal it all up. I didn't even feel like I needed to use Super Fart. Nope, somebody's gonna hit me eventually. Because I know I heal shit up, and it's hilarious. Which needs nerf to charge speed and duration if slow? Something like that. Or a smaller AoE too, not as long. So it can't hit like range cards. Okay, here we go. There's the damage we're gonna heal. Look at that, he got pretty good damage. Oh, sorry, Dougie. Look at Towley's slow as fuck. Get out of here. Timmy, get out of there. Look at me. I'm healing up. Even me that was playing knows what I'm talking about. This fucking, look at this. I'm gonna get full health from this motherfucker. What is happening? What is happening? And also, don't forget, it completely removes him from my cycle, which makes my deck way better than his. I don't have to worry about the fucking Friar sitting in my hand doing dog shit tacos. Let's play that Coon. God, Coon's so bad. Super fart. No, I tried. But look at those 7s. Eat up those level 4s. Holy shit. Level 7 killing it, and we're almost full health here. Can we get full health before the game ends? Looks like we're gonna get it. I can't believe that happened. That guy thought I was cheating for sure. He's like, this motherfucker, this fucking cheater on Twitch. See if we can get that 114 and beat Friedbo. It's all up to Terrence. Terrence, can you do it? Oh, the shield. No, Terry, you can do it. Oh, that's how close it was, Friedbo. That's how close it was. Give me that 114. Give me that 114. Beautiful. In my head, I was thinking, I can't lose to Friedbo. I can't lose to Friedbo. This guy definitely reported you. Oh, no shit, man. I don't know what I was hoping it happened again right there. Yeah, I just upgraded Friar to level 7, and then he gets the stall tactic ability, and he doesn't move. He becomes a totem because he has he's got a little Robin Hood character sucking on his balls back there, you know what I'm saying? Look at these rats, definitely avoid this. Well, can't avoid the super fart. Boo! I should have expected that though, I guess. What up, Equinox? You just missed the fucking Fryer play of the century. Go get it, Kite. Kill the Cupid. No, you gotta protect that little towely boy. Oh, Hanky brutalizing the next bar. It's not even fair, the levels that we're going up against this guy. Gotta do the super fart. Then we do the Timmy against the Timmy. Who's gonna win? Level 3 versus level 3, but he can get his up. Oh, what's gonna happen? Fryer Tuck. Fryer Jimmy, Poseidon out instead. Ooh, he's got the quicker attack. That's why Fryer's got that stupid little aura. Use the ability. Oh, he didn't get it off. Now we use that to make him a little slower. So he can't use his ability or anything like that. The level 7s are gonna take this bar because the new kid's slow and he can't do shit to stop it. And look how much damage the fast pass took. Incredible. He actually didn't get a lava. Wait. Oh yeah, because Poseidon had just died, so he didn't get a lava. Whoopsies. 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 But we shall see. The fast pass doesn't get onto the new kid. I think the Fryer should be able to kill him. Level 1. No, it doesn't take him, but new kid can deal with that. 3 shots. 2. Alright, put that Priest Maxi with that human kite. Gotta get this last bar. Don't hate on my level 7 rats. We're gonna be in Gold League soon. We're gonna be going toe-to-toe with the Masters. We get this Terrence in here, getting it on New Kid. Yes! On New Kid even. Oh, the Super Far gonna come out and stop me? Yes, it does, but the Dougie gets through. Dougie, oh, not getting hit, and the Coon is terrible. 33 seconds. Oh, they heal. The Dougie's still coming. Is the Dougie surviving? The Dougie survived. The Kite and the Terrence took him out. Can we get it? Yes. The level 3 Dougie, too strong. Incredible plays. Fun to watch. All right, we got Namblos in the house. What up, Phone God? Got that free-to-play Insane Titty Monkey. I gotta change that name. What's the name? What's the name gonna be? Titty Guacamoles. Moody fuck it head. Gotta play with a completely different deck here, so it's pretty interesting. We get the Tupperware out there instead, and the Pope Timmy with that Maxi instead of the Doctor. So we kind of get to see the best of both worlds. One of my favorite parts of being on multiple teams is to kind of experience multiple angles of the team wars and kind of what worked, what didn't work. Kind of lets me take better shots at putting the better deck together every week. Definitely not Moody. No, that's lame. Fucking lame. Who puts a name like that? Stupid. Mysterion coming. What's he, level 2? I was hoping I could shield the damage on the Mysterion. Like when the Mysterion hit, he would be, you know... Oh, the wasted super fart trying to save it. He would be shielded once he hit the ground, but unfortunately, he got the damage before the shield hit, which is, you know, good to know. Technically, it happens before he hits the ground. Interesting. We got the lava down on the Maxi perfectly. Hoo! And then the level 7 rats. No, these are level 6 rats, but they're still gonna eat it. They're gonna eat it up. The Mysterion taking the shot so the Dougie doesn't get hit. And then that one rat taking it and the Dougie surviving as well. Nice played. The lava, very well played. Very, very well played there. Incredible, but too bad we got the speedy little devil. We got the speedy little devil. Now, can the lava stop us? No, that lava disappears. Is this lava gonna slow us? I can't tell, but we're gonna Cupid back, or poke back to Cupid for that aerial maneuvering. See what we could do. Make sure we get that 2 energy so we can finish on the super fart. Very important for our psyche. Can we do it? Looks like we're gonna be able to. Oh shit, don't fuck up. Gotta get the super fart. Play the super fart. Play the super fart. You suck. You suck. You suck. I did it on every other account, I swear. I swear I did it everywhere else. Tepor did some work for me, especially when they played Lava. Yeah, he was a good opener against Towley for sure. But I just think the fact that you couldn't human kite him, it kind of made human kite even more situational than he already was. So I feel like it was better for an overall deck to not have the Tupperware out there. But don't get me wrong, he definitely was useful. Definitely did his job. But waiting for the 2 energy and playing Maxi was almost always a better choice. Almost always. Poseidon slow was great, yeah. But like I said, in a competitive match with competitive cards, he's not gonna do it. I should have super farted there, but he spent so much energy, I wasn't really worried. On this counter push that I was gonna throw at his face. I was gonna general disarray and I was like, oh no, that's fucking Space Warrior. Nope, but he used it and he took it away, which is actually fine. Because it made him waste his thing and not get a trap, which was actually probably gonna hurt more than anything else that he could have thrown at me. I feel like we maybe should have gone program stand on this, or tool shed on this one, on this account. Probably would have been more effective, I think. Because we didn't run Poseidon, right? So, but the Towley was pretty good too. Art was good, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. If Maxi got on your side, it was pretty set. Get that. I think Cupid was MVP though, for sure, in my opinion. Wow, he played a fucking kite. Go, Dougie, go. Oh, the double shot from the kite. Double shots of espresso. Not gonna stop it. Oh, the level 6s. The shield, are they gonna get him? Oh, he kills all the rats. Oh no, we need 15 damage. What are we gonna do? Fast pass coming. Is fast pass gonna get it? All he needs to do is play a card. Oh, he fucked it up and he gets the chip from the fast pass. Fast pass. This one started. I was late to this recording. Fast pass was pretty good this week. I gotta admit. He played better than I thought he would in this deck. His ability is a little bit more useful than I thought it would be. Helped to chip the things that were getting hurt by the lava or that had already gotten hurt by the super fart or whatever the situation might have been. Or maybe something that Mysterion chunked a little bit. Get the hit on New Kid there too. So I mean, it was pretty good all around. The fast pass was useful in my opinion. We're gonna do that, probably super fart maybe. No, we knew our level 5 would deal with the 4 with the New Kid hits. We don't need the lava, the Tupperware here. Ooh, the general disarray out there for that slow. Not a bad idea. Push him away so there's no shield. And the Maxi on the lava is borderline worthless. Not bad there. We get the Mysterion coming. Not sure why he used his ability there. A little bit of wasted damage. He could have prevented a little bit of the threat on his New Kid there. He does get the Pope. Now can we recover from this? We shall see. It will be tight. Tight butthole. If Pope kills the kite, we're in trouble, but kite doesn't get targeted. We get the slow out here. It'll be really beneficial. Oh, unfortunately, this Maxi might get taken down. And we're quite a ways away from the Pope. This is gonna be real close here. Hopefully the shield will protect him just long enough. The Mysterion's not a threat to get pulled. The Pope is there. Towley does die very slowly though. Get the Pope out, put it out. Towley's still alive. Towley not dead yet. The Maxi does get pulled. And can we stop the tool shed? We fired him away just in case. 2 traps near my New Kid. Not gonna mean anything. Mysterion coming in shielded. Not getting hit by the super fart, which is really nice because that would have killed him because he's level 2. So he survives. The super fart is not there for the rats, which is well played on my part, recognizing that. The tool shed or the fast pass can deal with the rats all in one, no matter which way he goes, even if they're around him. But the Maxi's gonna get through and get that damage out. The kite, the bad ability there, but not terrible because he does get to be halfway to New Kid. The fart comes out and actually puts Kite in a better position, so I appreciate that. Now if we get the rat swarm on the top side, away from the New Kid and away from that lava, should be able to deal with the Mysterion. Definitely avoid the lava, maybe get this last bar and get a little extra points. Maraja Broja. Well played, well played. That was a tough game though. That was a tough game. Did we watch this one? Yeah, we watched that one. All right, now we got this one. Wow, this is a minute long. This is probably a fuck fest. Joe K. Simo. Mysterion coming out early, always a good sign. Getting some value before he inevitably gets murdered. But the level 3 coming through, getting a hit on the New Kid, no, but the Cupid is gonna damage this Kite, and the Choir Boy is gonna get the second hit, no, but the Cupid getting that Kite out of the picture is really nice. Also, this level 3, 7952 in this deck is not very well rounded. I don't know if his team didn't upgrade very well, or he doesn't have a very good deck, other than his main ladder deck. Maxi coming in, trying to heal that Cupid, keep him alive through a little bit more so we can get 2 shots off on the New Kid. Looks like it's gonna work. Oh, the plan works. Now we got Mysterion coming the backside. Dougie coming out. Not even worrying because we knew this guy gave up. Appreciate it. Making our day a little brighter. Always worried about what you'll get on an alt account in Gold League. Light Ginger Ninja. Howley. Lead with that Mysterion now, baby. That level 3 Mysterion, clutch as fuck. Probably play it behind New Kid. Oh, the Maxi's smart too. Why am I playing it in front of Tally? Oh, I got it. I got you, buddy. I'm figuring you out. I'm picking up what you're putting down. We gotta force him to play. I think he super farts here. And then like, my Mysterion dies really close to my New Kid. Maybe that's a different game. But we're rolling through. He's got 2 leads on the top though. The Hallelujah there would have triggered the double shot, but was more worried about getting some damage on these tops. Now Kite actually brutalizes the Terrence Mephisto. If he gets on that 1v1, Terrence does not have a whole lot of health. We gotta get that fart out there. Might as well play the Choir Boy just in case. And we'll get the shield on everybody. Mysterion not getting hit by that super fart, which is awesome. Keeping him alive to get in there and take that bar. Lightning Ginger Ninja. Yeah, dude, I saw so many videos where people were sitting on Toolshed's ability, sitting on lava, and I was like, fucking use your ability! Fucking use it! What are you doing? And I was like, what are you fucking doing? Look at that Pope Kite, baby. That's the fucking way we like to do it. Pope Timmy knocking Cupid out of the way and retargeting to knock him out of the way again. Getting closer. The Mysterion, man, just the cycle you get from that, the extra just fuckery you can pull in from that. Like, it's just so brutal. Mysterion's, I think, the play even level 2, even level 3, like, he's the fucking play, man. Especially when there's nothing that can remove him. No Transmog, no Leanne, no Medusa, nothing. No cock magic. It's beautiful. There you go. There you go. There's your super fart. There's your super fart. All right. Next. Chuck Holiday. Yeah, DT had someone play it 30 minutes left in the week. Pretty fucking lame if you ask me. out. You gotta defend those assassins, man. You can't just let them get your new kid. Like, say what you want about card levels being the only thing that separates people, but these, like, you get someone who's 54, it's just clear they don't know how to play. Like, they're not even trying to play their cards in a way where they might be able to pull it off, you know? It's just like mindless, no thought. That wasn't bad. But yeah, obviously some people are better than others, and some people do put up the type of fight where you can tell, okay, my card levels just fucked his card levels up right there. And if his card levels were okay, you know, maybe that would have turned out differently. But sometimes it's just like, this guy clearly is ranked 54 or 94, you know? Not necessarily saying about Chuck Holiday here. He played pretty well. Look at that Mysterion coming. Oh, damn. The Dougie coming through. Not getting hit. Thinking about that Hallelujah. Gotcha, baby. Gotcha. Gotcha. All right, now we got some quick and easy 114 easy peas. What up, Smokeout? Yeah, Twitch app is lame, man. I'm with you. I'm with you, baby. Tattoo, what's up? Exclamation point SPPD, guys, for the giveaway. Don't forget. We'll be doing that at the end of the stream of the weekly update. About maybe an hour or so. Still got the deck to go through this week. And the dev update, where we'll talk about the new card a little bit more. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but I always reiterate the fact that it could be good, could be bullshit. We'll see. The lava there, probably not great, but if you tried to play like the Pope here or something like that, it would, you know, give us a little bit of defense there. The Hallelujah here would be very good. Oh, didn't need it though. Ooh, the trap coming out. The shields definitely didn't need the Hallelujah. Would have been a good Hallelujah right there though. We haven't quite taken it. Got it now. Good Hallelujah with that Cupid too as well. Look at that, get him in the air for the Cupid to take out. All right, maybe it was better to wait that Hallelujah on that Cupid. Everybody knows Cupid is the fucking way, the truth, and the life. Remember when fucking Hallelujah used to give you more max HP? Can you imagine that with cards like Visitors and Cupid and shit? Ugh. But like even Diabetes Boy might get pretty good. I did it. There's the fart. There's the fart. I did it. These poor guys, man. This guy's got a nice outfit though. Yeah, if you wanna wait until Friday for the reward to get to you, if you want Bradley, the new Bradley card, let me know, and I'll put that in, and Toller will give it to you on Friday after the event starts. I imagine you'll get it after pack or two regardless, so. Gandhi Floss, welcome in. I love Cupid, man. Cupid's good, but he's not great, you know? He's useful, but usually there's a better card in his slot, but I mean, you can have, we've had some fun moments with Cupid and ladder too. Get a nice ninja on a Cupid. Oh, you should have Hallelujah that Mysterion, brother. You had that shit. Trying to take as much damage as I can. Boom! Easy, man. Hallelujah is just a win faster card. Think it's gonna be a beneficial card. I'm kind of withholding my judgment until I kind of see what his stats and stuff are. The aura, if the aura is too small, he won't be very good. If the AoE on the stun is good, he'll be really good. If he's too fast, it might not be good. If he walks fairly slow, has a pretty good attack speed, probably like a 3-point something range, he might be pretty good. Cupid on that ass. Putting out Nothing. Don't need anything. Saving that energy. Oh yeah, extra beaties. We got the extra beaties. I'm excited to see if Mintberry Crunch ends up being good. I'm gonna play shit like Gizmo. Now my question is, if I play Gizmo and the heal, do I get the extra health on every Gizmo after that, you know? That's why I think Timothy was a better choice. Hope I ain't doing shit like that. Nice Disarray play. Dude, let me tell you what. Disarray was a master. Oh yeah, Nelly. Nelly might be pretty good. It's a good one to end on, getting a bastard. Nelly might be pretty good. Real talk on that one. But we will look at the deck for next week here in a little bit. And then we'll look at the... What up, Cedric? Then we'll look at the weekly developer update. We'll go through that, which will have a little bit of information about Bradley. And there's a Showdown 2020 going on. 2020. But let's roll into next week choices. Pretty standard week. It is a triple theme week though. But pretty standard as far as, you know, what the kind of thoughts are. Like, do you run a fat deck with Pope or do you run a deck without Pope? A lot of interesting choices this week though, and it's fun to have the multiple themes, 3 themes in this case: Mystic, Mystic, Fantasy, Adventure, and obviously neutral in there as well. So this week, the first slot, which is going to be a pretty highly contested slot. This is going to be the slot that really sets off whether or not you're going the big fat deck or the cheap, like, I don't want to say swarm deck, but just the cheap cycle deck. The Pope would obviously be for the likes of Grand Wizard Cartman would be the best target. If you got a Pocahontas Randy, it wouldn't be that bad. And potentially the Garrison could be punishing, but that would probably be like your last option. You know, it might be better to pull something like Inkin instead of that, depending on the situation, right? But if you're running the Belf, then you're gonna probably run stuff like PC Principle, and you're gonna run Catapult instead and all that kind of stuff. Trying to capitalize on maybe the gnomes or potentially the lower cost assassins, the Ike or the Butters that might be able to get killed by the stack on the bows, or to get the stacks on the bows. Otherwise, just, you know, Belf chipping away in the back from on like the Grand Wizard or the PC Principle or something like that could get pretty good. She could get stacked because the PC Principle pushed her back. You know, you can get her stacked and heal her with the Hallelujah, although you're probably going to want to run the Aerostorm for the Inuit that's probably going to be out there for the Grand Wizard. So there's a lot of counters this week for the cards, so a lot of people might run decks that are just like counter to the deck that easily is countered. Like Pope Grand Wizard Cartman this week is technically pretty easy to deal with. But you could still, you know, with the Inuit and the transmog, but you could also wreck with it and get an easy win because they can't deal with your Grand Wizard Cartman a second time. So it kind of depends on what team you are. Obviously, if you have a team where those level 4s and 5 Grand Wizards are going to be there, it's going to be pretty strong to deal with him twice, especially since the new kid, you know, you Pope a midline, that new kid, that blast hits new kid, it only takes 2 or 3 to get fucked up, you know? So yeah, this is really just gonna be, my picks are just gonna be like cheap or heavy, and that's gonna be the choice. Obviously Belf is for the cheap deck, Pope is for the heavy deck. In this case, you might want to run Garrison for the heavy deck, just for that one extra Pope target, maybe get that transmog or that Inuit to be played on something else to free up one of your other cards. That's kind of going to be the song and dance this week, is protecting your first tank from the Inuit with Aerostorm, PC Principal, whatever it might be. Fuck the gnomes, maybe. Try to protect them, and then try to get something else to get the removal. You know, not the Grand Wizard. Like anything but the Grand Wizard, pretty much, if you're running that deck. Or potentially anything but the Pope, or sorry, the Randy. Anything but the Randy, it might be the goal, right? So it'll be kind of interesting. But I would say I like Garrison in this deck a lot, because if he takes, like, if you lead the Garrison, you're kind of in a good position. You know, they could lead the Inuit, but then, you know, you could just wait to use the ability. You're in full control there. Inuit walks into your new kid and dies, right? So, because most people are probably going to run Inuit base, since it'll be first week of the reset. So, I mean, that would be a bad play on their part. If they play Inuit right into Grand Wizard, like, just don't use your Grand Wizard ability until you see the Inuit, and then use it, and then use the Aerostorm and kill the Inuit before the Grand Wizard hits. Like, that's kind of the idea. I like the Garrison this week. Even level 4, he kills pretty much everything out there except for the couple tanks. You know, it could really punish a bad deck cycle if you're forced. Even if you hit the Grand Wizard or something, it's a pretty big chunk of damage. Kind of does prevent you from playing another card. It's a very suppressing card. What's up, Dobbs? It's a very suppressing card, and I like it. When the opposite is Hookhand, who could maybe hit fucking New Kid, you know? So I think Garrison has maybe a little bit more upside potential, and that chance to get that removal might be good. Alright, Rogue Token versus Imp. Yeah, Dobbs, it's crazy. Imp, I don't know why I haven't voted, honestly. Well, probably because on this account, Rogue Token level 2 just sucks. He's probably gonna die before his ability goes off anyway. So maybe the Imp does something cool on defense or something, but I can't think of a situation where I would want to Imp. Like maybe the Catapult Timmy, you pull him in and you hit him with an assassin, but not many people are probably gonna run Catapult. None of the other cards I want near my new kid. So I really don't think that. Did I lose? Am I losing bars again? What's going on here? All right, we're back. I don't think that. I can't think of an Imp play. What's an Imp play? Where do we play Imp? Pull Grand Wizard closer to us, so then Inuit kills them. Aerostorm hits the whole board. It wouldn't matter. Pull the PC Principal in. I don't want him closer to my new kid. That's dangerous. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's a good play. Rogue Token has the ability to kill, you know, the common assassins that might be coming at you. Could pick off the Cupid. Could hit Timmy in the back line and kill him. Maybe he got hit by Aerostorm or something like that. I think the Rogue Token has more upside. Inuit versus the Gnomes. The Gnomes would be so good this week, but with Aerostorm, the Grand Wizard Cartman AoE, the Rogue AoE, the potential to have the Belf out there. What's up, Yen? I don't think that Gnomes really have a place this week. The Inuit is there to kill the Pocahontas Randy, would be kind of my goal. Potentially the Grand Wizard. It's a little harder for the Grand Wizard to kill him, but it's possible. I think max 4 and on, or base 4 and on might kill a base level 1. I'm not sure, but it's something like that. The Aerostorm versus the Hallelujah. Like you saw last week, the Hallelujah can be very punishing, but in this deck with all the removal, you know, you're gonna Hallelujah somebody that might just get removed. The Aerostorm is very important to try to take out that Inuit before it takes out one of your big targets. The goal will be, if you have Randy or Grand Wizard Cartman, to just not use their ability unless you're killing all the gnomes and an assassin, or you're killing a Cupid or something like that. unless you're really getting value out of that Grand Wizard Cartman ability, do not use it until you see that Inuit, and then you play that Arrow Storm, and then you play the Grand Wizard Cartman ability. Or then the Grand Wizard Cartman ability hits. Same with Pocahontas. When Inuit comes out, hit his ability, start spawning that guy, and slam that Arrow Storm so Inuit dies. That will be worth it every time. Even if you lose 1 energy, technically, you're still probably going to hit something else. You're going to get some value out of it, and most likely, if your Pocahontas doesn't die to the Inuit, you're going to win, right? So I think we're in pretty good shape there with the Arrow Storm. Randy here is kind of the choice just because you need the multiple targets for the Unholy Combustion. If you were to run Grand Wizard Cartman and Dog Poo, Grand Wizard Cartman would just get removed every time. And, you know, maybe you pope him back, maybe you don't. Either way, it might not be very useful. But the Dog Poo, I just don't see any use cases for. The potential of the Inuit killing him, the potential of the Paladin, the potential of Incan murking him. I mean, there's a lot of potential. Keep Inuit as a dead card? Yeah, for sure. Put him right before. Yeah, but I mean, you might time it wrong and it doesn't go off in time. That's definitely a timing you'd have to do. But if they're smart, like I said, if they're smart, you can't bank on that because they're just gonna wait to play the ability. You have to bait that out with something that's worthwhile, and they might still end up getting enough energy out of the deal. I don't know. PC Principal versus Grand Wizard. If you go Belf, you have to go PC Principal. In my opinion, you need that cheapness. And then at that point, you pretty much don't want to give them an unholy target. But if you go the cheap deck, honestly, you'd probably want to go Garrison Randy. You'd still want to do 2 removals. Otherwise, you go full on, give removal no value, and play the Dog Poo and the Hook Hand. That'd be pretty brutal. It'd be a pretty good deck though, to be honest. It'd be fucking quickfire, man. You could just rifle shit off. But in most cases, Grand Wizard and Pope is probably going to be what people play. It's the easiest, it's the simplest. If you play it right, you're going to win. If you play it wrong, you could still maybe win. Smuggler versus Scout. Smuggler's the choice every time. Scout's just not very good. Smuggler could get a stack off, you know, get a couple of hits on Grand Wizard, really do a lot of damage there. So I think that's definitely worth it there. The Transmog is going to be the choice. Gotta be able to kill that Grand Wizard or the Randy or whatever is gonna cause you trouble. Paladin versus Choir Boy. I like the Choir Boy for the damage, but it'll be first week, so you don't want to have that extra epic. So Paladin's cheap. You don't technically even have to upgrade him to get some value out of him. So that should be fine. Catapult versus Jesus. In most cases, I wouldn't say that double cards is really bad, but in this case, with the Timmy, running double Timmy is kind of tough in a Team Wars. You could pull it off in ladder because, you know, you can set up a deck that cycles well enough to work, but in this one, you know, you might be just waiting on that Pope for the Grand Wizard, but you played Catapult Timmy out earlier, and so you're not going to get that value out of him. So I'm not really sure if it's worth gimping your cycles to try to keep Catapult Timmy off the field in order to make a push that will then lose so that Pope can upgrade it. So yeah, I don't get that. It doesn't make sense to me. So Jesus is going to be the way, the truth, and the life. You'll probably see a lot of level 3, level 4 Jesuses, maybe even dead Jesus. Every other card is fairly useful. You can save some caps on Transmog and Inuit, so maybe you upgrade Jesus a couple, 3 to 4. Get a little value out of him. Maybe, you know, you play him behind the Cupid that's about to die and he takes out the Catapult or something like that. You know, who knows what could happen. Cupid versus the Inuit is actually interesting. Or Incan, sorry. Incan kills the Cupid, murks the assassins, doesn't kill, but kills the Pope in the back, One of the few things that can deal with Balf in the back line. Same with Timmy. Can do good damage on the rogue. All the fighters. Can be something that can deal with an imp tweak. Can deal with Randy and his little horde. Can do I mean, I think Incan is just a good choice this week. I don't want to run him on the adventure lock though, because we need to put caps elsewhere. And I don't want to put too many caps like to get a level 3 Incan or something like that. Like not as useful. Level 4 or 5, he's gonna be murder. Level 3, he doesn't really kill what he needs to kill at that level. I think Catapult Timmy starts to survive him at that point. So that one's gonna be interesting because I love the Cupid in Team Wars, but when you have something like the Grand Wizard that could just AoE kill him, you have the Incan that could kill him right back. I think Incan might be the better play in most cases for most teams, but you're gonna want to invest some of your caps into him for sure. Get him at a level where his shit starts actually killing people. So that's the deck for this week. Take one last glance at it. It'll be interesting. We'll see a lot of Pope's Grand Wizard probably, but maybe with the removal, it'll make people decide, you know what? With that removal, maybe it's not worth it. You know, if he transmogs the Pope, I lose. You know, so we'll see. It'll be interesting. Be a fun week. And we got the dev update coming at you. How you guys feeling? Exclamation point SPPD in chat. And dev update. It's not coming. Oh, I see what's going on. There it is. All right. You don't have to upgrade any cards for TVT. That's great, isn't it? It's always a good feeling. All right, so we got Space Pilot Bradley. Don't forget Space Pilot Bradley. The question is, how big is the aura? How big are your auras, Space Pilot? You heard that right, kid. Showdown 2020. There will be votes, in-game events, and some exclusive prizes that will be raffled off. The Showdown 2020 will start on June 2nd, taking place on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages of South Park Phone Destroyer, where 32 characters will be duking it out to find out who is the greatest of them all. The tournament will be held in 5 rounds, with the characters facing off on 1 versus 1 votes, which will be active on South Park Phone Destroyer, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter pages, etc. Each vote will be up for 24 hours, so be on the lookout. So there'll be like a like for this character, share for this character, whatever the criteria might be. If it's on Discord, it'll be like this emote for this one, this emote for this one, stuff that. Is Bradley a choosable epic for this giveaway? Yes, if you win, you just have to wait. But yeah, if every single gizmo that spawns does a freeze, that's gonna be pretty big, pretty important. I would venture to guess that won't work. And if that does work, then Catapult Timmy all of a sudden became a 2 assassin with speed boost dropping stun gun, you know? Pretty interesting. So the full post is there. We'll maybe look at that a little bit later. The weekly timetable though, we got Awesemo 4000 mission event. Mission event's always fun. Friday is the weekly or the new card event. So it'll most likely be through the weekend a 3-day card usage event, which will probably be like 100 points to finish the second to last, 150 for the last one, with guaranteed Bradleys throughout. The Showdown Challenge will be a little complicated. We'll show that below. Happy, how you doing? Wednesday, so Group A is cards that their attack damage will be increased by 30%, and Group B is the energy cost will be reduced by 1. So Visitors 2 cost, pretty good. Sharpshooter Shelly, Bounty Hunter Kyle, not great. The two, you get like +2 per hit. It's just not really worth it. Blood Elf Bebe for 2 cost, very, very worth it. Cupid Cartman 2 cost, pretty good. Scout Ike, 2 cost.
meh. Call Girl, no. Witch Garrison, 3 cost, pretty good. Hook Hand Clyde, 2 cost, nah. Medicine Woman Sharon, 3 cost, pretty damn good. Mecha Timmy, 3 cost, not terrible. Slave, 4 cost, nah. Zen, 2 cost, pretty good. Warboy Tweak, 2 cost, pretty good. Jesus, 2 cost. Or 3 cost? Jesus, 3 cost, might be pretty good. Stenamini Moons, 3 cost, meh. Interesting there. Here, Pocahontas Randy, more attack, pretty good, but the epics are just so bad. Super Craig, more attack, awesome. Enforcer, more attack, awesome. Space Warrior, more attack, awesome, because that will include that initial hit. Sorceress Leanne, kind of lame. Towley, more attack, lame. Captain Diabetes, more attack, maybe good. Underpants Gnomes, pretty fucking good. Professor Chaos, pretty good. Satan, meh. Midberry Crunch, not bad, probably. But level 1 legends are just so bad. Geno Disarray, pretty good. Hermes, probably not very good. Priest Maxi, not bad, probably. Dragon Slayer, I mean, probably worth it then to run her. She has a little bit extra damage. Big Mesquite Murph, I don't think that's worth it. So your best bet would definitely be, I think your best bet would definitely be a, honestly, maybe a superhero sci-fi would be pretty damn strong. But you could also get fantasy, because fantasy has the only 2 real good things in fantasy are the witch, the cheaper witch, and the better Balf. Like, that's pretty much it. But that's pretty good, you know? So we'll have to see. Then on Thursday, we'll have a 24-hour token collection event. And then Friday, we'll start the new event where Space Pilot Bradley will be boosted, Cyborg will be boosted, Gizmo, Forast, obviously all of the assassins in sci-fi will be boosted. And then they're going to give us Bandita, Sexy Nun. See? That makes me feel... If they're putting Sexy Nun and Catapult in there, that makes me feel that every time they spawn, it'll stun them. Now that question is, does it have to spawn within it? Like, does Catapult Timmy have to be within that, or does Catapult Timmy where he spawned have to be it? So that makes me feel like every time Sexy Nun Randy uses his ability, boom, 1 second stun. Not bad. Not bad. We'll see. Like I said, it'll really depend on what his aura is, how big it is, what that speed boost is, and what his body looks like. But it looks pretty interesting. It's got that thing in the back where you have to masturbate it and stroke it off and stuff to to work. We got the balance changes which are going to come, which is going to be fun. We're going to play a little bit of superhero, try this out. Nelly getting a boost. We'll see how that works out. Captain Diabetes getting a boost, which doesn't look terrible. We'll see how that power duration ends up working out for him. And Mintberry Crunch, temporary health boost, is now permanent. I don't feel like that boosts him too much. I think that does just help a little bit, you know, gives him the opportunity where if I defend a good push in the middle and my guys still survive with some of that boost, they're going to survive with it, you know? Bradley boosting Hanky and Inuit. Yeah, that sounds, man, that's gonna be dirty. And then you drop the gnomes out there. Imagine if the gnomes, each gnome counts, and so it's an even bigger AoE where they get stunned. So instead of being like 1 circle, it's like 3 concentric circles. That'd be pretty interesting. I guess they wouldn't be concentric. Discord, exclamation point SP Discord to join the South Park Discord, exclamation point Discord to join my Discord. Would appreciate you dropping by. But that is it for the update. Let's check the comments. Doesn't look like there's too many this week. Not too much to talk about this week, honestly. It's kind of, when there's a new card, there's less chatter typically. People don't really have much to say about new cards typically. It's interesting. All right, yay, more tools for the sci-fi fantasy spam meta. That is true. It definitely makes it better, but at least it makes it more interesting, you know? Way to make Satan even more needed to counter it. I mean, that's fair. But now you can stun the Satan and unholy that bitch. Cartman's gonna win the showdown? Probably. Just want to say, I'm glad Bradley's ship doesn't use the traditional control mechanism. Jokes aside, you guys made a quick fix for high legendary increase longer wait times. I don't know why you don't do the same in challenges. I mean, it's still pretty long wait times, in my opinion. I don't think it's much better. He has a lot of HP. BHK max 5 has 344 and can be countered with a level 5 Aerostorm. 377 HP at max 3. Something is wrong here. I mean, he's a ground unit. So ground units typically have more HP than aerial units, just kind of as a rule. This begs the question, is this a flying card or a ground range? Most likely ground range. They would typically put flying in the card text. It could be flying, but most likely not. Something's wrong. Is the new card so OP that it pretty much incentivizes specific groups of players? What? So any update about fixing TBT yet, Mr. Buckalicious? Only going 18 months now and 6 months after your... I'm not sure what that is supposed to mean. Hockey cookie? I don't know what that means. For a group unit, it's okay. I assume since he is a space pilot that he is a flying unit. I mean, yeah, that's kind of a toss-up. Like, most of the other flying cards say flying, don't they? But I don't know. He might be flying. I don't think he's going to be flying, though. I don't think they have 2-3 cost flying range in the same... I don't think they do that. He's probably a ground unit. We'll see, though. Could be either or. Need more legendaries? Thanks. Scout Ike can be a 2 cost? Yeah. Need to use ability once to make it equal to Smuggler. Dies before he can get 2 charges off. Yeah, what he should do... What Scout Ike should do is... He should have an aura sort of like Bradley's, where while he's out... What's up, Phil? While he's out on the field, you get a bonus percentage of energy, because then it would be the only other card in the game that actually synergizes with the staff, and you could have Scout Ike out there. You put Scout Ike out there right after Hermes dies with the staff out. What the fuck just happened? Instant fucking 10 energy, right? Might be pretty crazy. They might have to scale back how it stacks, but new removal spell, that'd be pretty fun. I'd love to see a superhero removal spell. What I'd love to see is a poison spell for sci-fi called like toxic poison or something that kills the guy in 10 seconds no matter what. It takes 10% of HP. It's not something you can purify. It's just that person's dead in 10 seconds and then they fucking explode! They explode! And then everybody that explode gets poisoned for 100 damage or something. Make it worth it. Make it not be able to be countered by a 2-cost fucking spell. Ugh. Okay. Like fucking Thunderbird's beautiful ability getting shut down by a goddamn power bind and then he's literally worthless? Stupid. If you read other flying cards, flying is the first word. Yeah, that's what I thought. As for the update, I would like to comment if you could change the Team Wars League for a seasonal league and that at the end of the team gets rewards. I'm not sure what that means. Just what the game needs. Hyperdrive stunning gnomes. Fuck yeah, dude. As a sci-fi user, I just want to say thanks like a smug Prius driver. LOL. Just shows they clearly don't listen to community feedback and don't care. Why? What shows that? What shows that? I'm very happy with Showdown 2020 with all the South Park participants. What is it? I don't know what that was. All right. South Park Showdown. Oh, it's just a little off. Just a little off, guys. I don't know how to fix it. Hold on. I got an idea. Oh, that's not right. Watch this. Oh, it won't let me go bigger. Go bigger, go home. Yeah. All right, I'll read it anyway. So they're just gonna do a bracket like normal things, and every week or day or whatever it'll be, every day, yeah. Every day they'll put one of these up on Instagram, Facebook, Discord, whatever it might be. I don't know if they'll do all of them at once and then they'll pool it all together so you could vote for Cartman at multiple times, or they'll just do this one round on Facebook, this round on Twitter, this round on Instagram, whatever it might be. It'll be interesting. but we'll see who ends up winning. It looks like it's just the cards themselves, not the characters. So it is Towley, Cupid Cartman, Zen Cartman, you know, all the different. There's probably not a whole lot of there's actually probably not any. There's probably not any copies on purpose. They picked one for each person probably, except for Cartman, because Cartman doesn't really count, right? So yeah, there's probably only one Timmy, one Jimmy, one Tweak, stuff like that, one Stan. That's why there's 32 total. So yeah, that probably works out for him. But we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting. I think I might take a screenshot of this and put it up on my Discord, and we'll do like a fantasy, or not a fantasy, like a bracket for March Madness kind of thing, where we'll do a competition to see who you know, who gets closest to whoever actually wins. Not necessarily who you want to win, but who you think will win. I think that would be pretty interesting. Here's a sample image of the canvas with Zen Cartman. Ooh, so this is something that you can win. When the tournament is over, the in-game events between 29th and 25th will all be dedicated to the winner and other characters that made it far. Additionally, we'll be creating super exclusive canvas prints for the winning character's artwork and raffling them away. So champion your favorite character to the victory to give them an additional chance to appear in your game. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That'd be sweet to win one of those hanging on the wall. I'll just ask Buck where to buy one of my own. But that's gonna be pretty interesting as well. So looking forward to that. And that does it for the weekly update this week, everybody. Appreciate you guys stopping by. We're gonna jump into the giveaway. So exclamation point SPPD if you haven't already in chat. We're gonna keep this one short. I got some more work to do. 40 people strong hanging out. Appreciate you guys being here. Good luck on those raffles when they come through for those canvases. That'll be pretty sweet. It's not about fave character really then. Fave card art should win it. That's true. Well, it's interesting because, like, is it favorite card in the game? Favorite card just as a concept? You know, a lot of people will look at it differently. Some people will look at it, what's the better card in the game? Some people look at it, what's just the better, you know, who do they like better, Zen or Heidi or Stan or Kyle or whatever. Yeah, it'd be funny if they just had Unholy Combustion in there. That'd be funny. All right, let's get over to that giveaway. But if you're watching on YouTube, appreciate you stopping by. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. Don't forget that we drop Buckethead versus videos every Wednesday, so make sure you swing by the channel, drop the subscription so you get the notification so you can stop in and see what fun game we have for you that week. Sometimes it's a double header with the same person. If I ever play the same person in one stream, I try to throw those together. So we'll see you guys there, and we'll get this giveaway going. Peace out.